Wonder Woman number 62, G. Willow Wilson writing, Zermanico on the art. This is the end of the first arc of Wilson's run.
Mhm.
So, how did we feel about this arc as a whole now, and this issue?
Definitely not going places I thought it was, but I am enjoying Wilson on the character.
I
So
am
that's
too.
a positive.
Interesting note. We saw Ares without the helmet. And
Mhm.
He did kind of look a lot like Steve. So,
Yeah.
it's
coming into play.
consistent now. So, but it hasn't been mentioned, which is
No.
weird.
No one's reacted to it, so I don't think it is a thing, but...
No, I don't think it's a
I think
thing,
it's going to
but-
come into play later with them. Oh, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting. Obviously, we spoke how Aphrodite looked completely different between the two artists, but
True.
Ares looks pretty consistent.
That said, we all know how much I love the Rucka run,
Mhm.
and I feel this is throwing dirt on that a little bit with some of the stuff with the gods and the Mascara. So we'll see where it goes.
In what sense?
But-
What do you think's...
So the whole idea was that she can't go home, right?
Mhm.
She's kind of banished for leaving, and that it turned Themyscira into this idea, and like the gods being like they can't ever show themselves because of some certain things, so they would show up in different forms. Here, that's kind of all thrown out, and at the end, it kind of feels like not that Diana's gonna go searching for Themyscira, but it's less of an idea than it was before.
That doesn't
Kind of
bother
Rucka.
me. I think Rucka's like the only one who's really taken
that's-
that route of the idea of the gods not showing up, right?
Yeah, but it just seemed when you kick it off with Rebirth, that's kind of the direction
I don't think
that
it,
it goes.
I don't think it was ever going to stick
So-
forever, what Rucka had set up there. And
See, I don't. Go ahead.
I don't think it ever was, Matt. I mean, you may have wanted it to, but I don't think it ever was.
I just feel with consistency with the characters when you come in, you start like just throwing out that stuff, and I just feel like
Well, this is the thing,
there's
though.
the Rucka Wonder Woman,
I don't
and then
thi-
there's everyone else.
I don't think it's thrown it out, though. I feel like it's clearly saying that something big changed, and that's why she's worried about Themyscira, because she's found that all the gods have been ostracized from there as well.
Yeah, I think it's notable that the gods don't really know exactly what's happened, right? They're
Right.
just kind of
Yeah.
like here, and they're like, well, I mean, we're in different forms to what we used to.
But
Yeah.
there's been
Yeah.
a change. I mean, that's the thing. Is like there's been something
Right.
that's caused this. So, because there was an in-story change for it, which we're going to get to an explanation of, presumably down the line, it doesn't really bother. It
Right.
doesn't feel like it's just throwing things out from the previous run. It feels like no, something has
Well, that's
changed.
why I didn't say throwing out. I just
Yeah.
feel like it's like, well, we're not doing that type of story anymore. And then now I feel like, let's say Rucka ever does come back, you know what I mean? Like,
Then
I
he
feel
would
like
have
he left
to
those threads.
adapt to whatever the current
Yeah.
continuity situation is,
But
like
then-
every other writer.
and then but then it goes and it changes it. Like, I just feel there's a lot of flipping back and forth with Wonder Woman. That's always been my big problem with the character. It's like the Azzarello run too. That completely changed everything, and then
That was
we just got
very,
rid of it.
very different. That was.
And I
Yeah.
love that run. Like I really
so do
love
I.
that run. But it's
one
very
of my favorite
different.
things in
And-
B52. Yeah.
yeah,
So
and I'm okay with it just being like, okay,
just-
new run, new direction,
Yeah.
whatever.
kind of just want a lot of consistency with the gods and mythology in the world. You know what I mean?
This is
Like-
Matt just being a continuity wonk.
I think
it's
the
it's
thing
getting
is,
in the
though,
way of his enjoying the issue, I think, a little bit.
I prefer the.
Oh, I
gods
still enjoyed
showing up.
it.
Yeah.
And also, if I'm gonna be a picky continuity thing, Rucka's the one that was different by not having the gods show up. So everyone else is just
Right.
the normal default, and Rucka's the weird one. So
Right,
I
but
wouldn't
I-
give this shit
Hmm.
for having the gods.
Oh, I'm not giving it shit. I'm just making an observation how it feels like it's just flipping back and forth with the Wonder Woman mythos, if you will. And like I would love for it to be consistent like Batman. Like if they kept going back and forth with things in Batman constantly changing, but it's not. It's why as much as I get irritated by certain aspects of Batman, Gordon's always kind of consistent and Alfred's consistent. I like that.
I wish
So-
Wonder Woman was more like Batman. Matt, 2019.
No, I did not say that. I did not say that.
Really felt like that's what you said.
Yeah, I felt like that.
No,
I really liked this issue. I've liked this
me
arc a
too.
lot, pretty much throughout. This issue for me, you have the fight with Wonder Woman and Ares at the start. She defends because the Prime Minister, or whatever his rank is, I don't know what they call it in this.
He's
country.
Prime Minister.
Was it Prime Minister? He's willing to just let Ares kill him in the name of protecting his country.
Please.
And Wonder Woman's like, no. You were elected to lead, not to sacrifice yourself. And she fights Ares. And this whole fight looks great. There's some great panels in here. One of my favorite ones is actually right before the full page splash of like her like swiping her sword at him, there's a panel at the top of the page before that of it's just like them really small in the distance of her jumping up. It's the big
That's
leap.
probably the best panel of the issue, and I was less keen on this art than Nord, and I stand by that. I still prefer the Kerry Nord art, but this is still pretty good. That panel in particular is kind of great.
I would say I like Zermico more than Kerry Nord, but I like both a lot.
I mean, I still like this quite a lot, but Nord is like one of my favorites.
Yeah, whereas Matt was a bit more down on Nord.
Yeah, because that's fine. And as I said, Nord's fine, but if I'm getting a regular Wonder Woman artist, I would love Zermanico. Like, I love the art in this one.
So, Aphrodite basically like stops the fighting by stepping in and whispering something to Ares that we don't hear, and then even Wonder Woman and Steve are like, what just happened? Is it, well, Aphrodite clearly knows more things than she's letting on, and that just like, so there's a mystery there as to, what does she have on Ares, or what do they have in their past?
The power of love, Pete.
It's a beautiful thing. Makes
Ares'
one man
reaction
weep, makes another one sing.
And another man sing.
Ares is like, take it back. Like, it's like he's offended.
Yeah. But it makes him stop. It makes him completely drop what he's doing.
I never loved you. You're the goddess of love. That's a lie. That's how Ares is responding. You love everybody.
Yeah. I liked in the fight as well how Ares thinks he's won because he's got the lasso, and then Wonder Woman's like, no, you don't know how to use the lasso.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite bits in the writing is, even a basic soldier knows not to pick up a weapon on the field that they don't know how to use.
Yeah.
You're a god of war. You really should know better than that.
Yeah, I like all that stuff. Obviously, there's a peace treaty. I kind of like that the Prime Minister tells Wonder Woman and all the gods to just kind of leave, because as much as you had the noblest intentions, you brought this war here and you caused nothing but extra chaos. Let us fix this ourselves now. Like, we've signed peace treaties. It's time to heal. We can do this
he's
now.
not wrong.
Yeah,
I understand why they're like, especially Wonder Woman who thinks, no, we helped. I helped. We got this peace.
Well, it's kind of anti-interventionist, which like if you know about Wilson kind of through the internet and whatnot, it lines up with.
Yeah, and it makes sense because they also admit that it was their own mistake as well. That they called in America to like supply extra things, and it led to these gods. It led to Wonder Woman. It led to all these things. So that makes a lot of sense. I love the ending as well, where it's basically Wonder Woman like has to be on her own because like she said last issue, she's had to deal with the fact that she can't go home again, but now she has to deal with the fact that there might not be a home to go back to. Is Themyscira safe? Are the people there safe? She doesn't know. So we have this kind of beautiful final page of her kind of she's asking for a sign to show that they're okay, and she doesn't really get anything. What I love about the art in that page is that you can tell from her expression that she just kind of looks disappointed that there is no sign. Like she doesn't know.
Yeah, I think what's interesting is Matt was assuming that maybe we're doing can we get back to Themyscira story? I think it's more likely that all the Amazons have left Themyscira along with the gods, and we see them in the world somewhere.
Okay.
And does that lead to some new Themyscira set up where we just have a new island that's not as mystical?
It won't be as protected and hidden. It will just be their home.
I do like that. I didn't think about that. I just thought again it's walled off from her.
No, I'm just thinking if all the gods have had to leave their home, maybe the same happened to the Amazons.
Yeah. What if what happened to Wonder Woman is basically happened to them, where because they've left, they just can't go back again. Like something made them leave, and. Maybe we do get back there eventually, but at least now if it happens in story where they find a way back, it'll be all of them. So it won't just be like a cop-out to Wonder Woman not being able to go home.
Well, and this is her encountering Amazons in the world.
And I can see the idea of if they're all out and they have to set up a new Themyscira, so to speak, it'll be the idea of, it's not the island that Matt...
Themyscirian refugees.
But if they're refugees and they're immigrants, and then we deal with that side of it. And
that seems, again, to say, Matt was saying what Wilson likes dealing with.
Yeah.
That seems on topic.
Well, and again, I feel if you try to wedge that into other characters, it doesn't work and it feels forced, but it very much works with Wonder Woman. Like this entire story of her, because she's always kind of been like involved with the military in every iteration. So the fact like her being, them telling her, we need to solve this on our own. Like, yes, you helped, but and then her and Ares at the end where he's like, do we leave as enemies? And she's like, well, we're not enemies, but we're not friends either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's...
But she says she's not going to throw like a chance that you can redeem yourself under the bus just because she doesn't like him.
Exactly. And again, that's Wonder Woman. Like she's compassion and all that other good stuff and empathy. So
yeah,
no, I really, despite the continuity and whatnot, I really love this issue. You know, my own hangups.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Wilson's run's off to a great start going by this arc.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah. Matt, what are you giving it?
No, this is a 9. I really enjoyed this.
Carl, what are you giving it?
8.5.
I'm going to agree with the 9. I thought it was fantastic.